Along Broad Street, you run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's our visitors and the Philadelphia Eagles. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Eagles. This guy come in off what he described as a strong week of practice. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go through the rain here in South Philly. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. Quarterback.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week one of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not what you want to see quarter one of week one. What can they do here on third down and 7? Back to throw. The throw here is complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
They'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the Eagles first down as they manage to convert. That'll keep this drive alive.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down
And that's
at
it.
the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll go right and find his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pop.
Man, even the big guy couldn't barrel ahead for just a couple yards and pick up that first. That's really impressive by that defensive front to not only hold up, but to force fourth down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he will score! Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And it's certainly an ideal way to start a season, Mike. You get the ball first, you come out, you look sharp, you're in and out of the huddle, you're super efficient. Not only do you take the ball all the way down the field, but you come away with 6. And I know they sure hope that this is a sign of things to come, not only for this offense today, but as the rest of this season unfolds.
The PAT, up and good. And the Eagles have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken around the 11. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
They'll go with the sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now, faking the give. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
First down.
Now they'll run. It's a counter. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stick with him again. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Honolulu.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come out with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The extra point is good. And the Black Knights come right back to tie it at 7. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. He'll grab it at the 12. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Yeah.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Black Knights offense ready for their second possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man, and that's Tillman. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Eagles' 11-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Honolulu first down. First down, Honolulu.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Eagles 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 14-7 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7 as we are ready to get back underway. They'll run it on the inside handoff. He's got it. That's a first down at the cross midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now this time they'll look to throw. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Here comes the Eagles punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Black Knights offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. That's complete on the tight end screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The Black Knights bringing out their punter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 50, he'll set him to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down. Man in motion, heading left. Right back to him on first down. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Black Knights offense ready for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll join now from the gun. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. I have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And this is going to pin them back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Black Knights offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Too late. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here. Starting with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. That's hot. Left side. It's complete. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Philadelphia. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Second and a yard. Out of the gun, here's a run at the gut. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. A run on first and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Eagles will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Still a little time, final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Black Knights offense is going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll do so with first and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Brings up second and 1.
Back to throw. Now he'll just pitch this one out there. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I'll give on the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for third and a yard. He'll drop to throw. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. Oh, huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And a big return. He's finally tackled right near midfield. Defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Second and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same. We get set for quarter number 3. This is short kick, returnable from the 13. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Black Knights offense. And their running back set to go once more. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
That one good for 26 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Quick throw here is complete. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Black Knights.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 15-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot. Your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
The Eagles offense trotting back out for their 1st involvement of this 2nd half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw taken in. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Black Knights offense ready to get back at it. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They've got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. It's an incompletion. Third and a long way to go. They'll throw out of the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
The Eagles offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll send the receiver in motion to the left. And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down. They'll try the right side this time. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Here's a second and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Makes it third and 11.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Black Knights offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a couple. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
At the 30-yard line.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost him 5. Following the penalty, he'll run it. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Makes it third and 11.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll get this forward to about the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
The Black Knights send out their punter. As pass. He'll punch it away for the 4th time today. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Black Knights will have great field position right around midfield.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm, just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
Black Knights offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. The 44-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, they need 3. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 11, and that will be a 1st down.
26-yard line.
That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another set.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it. And it's going to work out for them.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. It is 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Honolulu. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score. But they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
His kick is good. Makes the score Black Knights 24, Eagles 23.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They send a receiver in motion left. Whoa! That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A run now on 2nd down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard on the play.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen. Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there, stop him for no gain.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He's got room to roam. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Eagles, first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's a run. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
The tackle made at the
Now here's 2nd and goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go with him again. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
Well, we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Big play for the Eagles as they will try for two.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
He'll swing that out wide, and he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for two. The lead remains right where it is. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He'll take it at the 12. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Black Knights offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Going right, it's taken in. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
That's good. First down. It's a gain of 20. And a Honolulu 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
At the 50-yard line.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back. Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
The crowd trying to make some noise. Here comes the visiting offense. Down on the scoreboard. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
It is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Black Knights.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Brings up second.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll step up and run this. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
A gain of 12. And a Honolulu.
They'll stick to the ground. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. This one caught by Patrick. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
He'll drop to throw. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looks like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Now it's the Eagles' turn. Trailing by a field goal. 46 seconds remain. This is only week 1 of the season, folks, as they come up with 1st and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Second and 6. At the 31-yard.
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
They'll keep it on the ground. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Going to need a big play now. 3rd down and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll throw out of the gun. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of downs. So it's a win for our visitors. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign.